The internet, a vast digital ocean. We dip our toes in it every day. Whether it's checking our emails, scrolling through social media, or streaming our favorite shows, we are constantly interacting with this immense digital sea. But did you know there's much more beneath the surface? It's like an iceberg. You only see the tip. The rest is hidden. Just like an iceberg, the visible part of the internet is only a small fraction of what actually exists. This hidden part has two levels: the deep web and the dark web. These layers are vast and complex, each serving different purposes and housing different types of information. Let's dive deeper and explore these mysterious realms. Imagine plunging into the depths of the ocean, where light barely penetrates, and strange, unknown creatures lurk. The deep web is like your online banking portal. It's hidden from plain sight. This part of the internet is not indexed by standard search engines, making it invisible to the average user. You need a password to access it. It's a secure space designed to protect sensitive information. Think of your cloud storage or private messages. That's the deep web. It's not bad. It's a necessary part of our digital lives, ensuring our personal data remains private and secure. It's just private. It's where our personal and professional information is stored, away from prying eyes. But then there's the dark web. This is the part that sends chills down your spine. Unlike the deep web, the dark web is a place where anonymity reigns supreme, and not always for good reasons. It's the underbelly of the internet. It's where anonymity thrives. This hidden network is often associated with illegal activities, from black markets to hacking forums. And it's where things get really interesting. The dark web is a double-edged sword. While it provides a haven for those seeking privacy, it also harbors those with malicious intent. Here you can find everything from whistleblower platforms to illicit marketplaces. It's a world shrouded in secrecy, where digital currencies like Bitcoin are the norm. Accessing the dark web requires special software like the Tor browser, which masks your identity and location. This level of anonymity can be both liberating and dangerous. While some use it for legitimate purposes, such as protecting their privacy or conducting research, others exploit it for nefarious activities. Law enforcement agencies around the world are constantly battling to keep the dark web in check, using advanced digital forensics to track down cybercriminals. Despite these efforts, the dark web remains a shadowy and elusive part of the internet, always evolving and adapting. So the next time you log on, remember, what you see is just the surface. Beneath lies a complex and hidden world, full of both promise and peril. The internet is a vast digital ocean, and what lurks below is both fascinating and formidable. People often confuse the deep web and the dark web. It's a common misconception, but understanding the difference is crucial. But they are not the same. They serve different purposes and have distinct characteristics. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Both are fruits, but they taste and look different. Similarly, the deep web and the dark web are parts of the internet, but they function in unique ways. Just as apples and oranges have their own flavors and textures, the deep web and the dark web have their own roles and features. The deep web is vast. It's an enormous part of the internet that isn't visible to the average user. It holds most of the internet's data. Think about it. All those online databases, medical records, private forums, these are all part of the deep web. All part of the deep web. It's a place where information is stored securely, away from the prying eyes of the general public. It's not indexed by standard search engines. This means you can't just type a query into Google and find this information. You can't find it on Google. The deep web is designed to be hidden from traditional search engines to protect sensitive information. Now imagine a hidden corner within this vast, deep web. That's the dark web. It's intentionally hidden and requires special tools to access. You need special software to access it. The most common tool is the Tor browser, which allows users to navigate the dark web anonymously. And once you're in, it's like entering a secret society. You can be anyone, do anything. The dark web is often associated with illegal activities, but it's also a haven for privacy advocates and whistleblowers. At least that's what they say. The dark web is shrouded in mystery and intrigue, making it a topic of fascination and fear for many. Understanding the difference between the deep web and the dark web is essential for navigating the digital world safely. While the deep web is a necessary part of the internet's infrastructure, the dark web remains a controversial and often misunderstood space. So next time you hear someone mention the deep web or the dark web, remember, they are not the same. Each has its own place in the vast landscape of the internet. Stay informed, stay safe, and always be aware of where your digital journey takes you. So how do you get to this so-called dark web? It's a question that piques the curiosity of many. The dark web is a hidden part of the internet, shrouded in mystery and often associated with illicit activities. But accessing it isn't as simple as typing a URL into your browser. You need a special tool to unlock this hidden realm. You need a special tool. It's called Tor. Tor, short for the Onion Router, is a software that allows you to browse the internet anonymously. It was initially developed by the US Navy for secure communications, but now it's available to anyone who wants to protect their privacy online. Think of it as a magic cloak. Just like in fairy tales, this cloak can make you invisible. When you use Tor, your internet traffic is encrypted and routed through multiple servers around the world, making it extremely difficult for anyone to trace your online activities. It masks your online identity. You become anonymous. This anonymity is crucial for many people. For instance, whistleblowers who want to expose corruption without risking their lives, or ordinary citizens who simply want to keep their browsing habits private. No one knows who you are or where you are. Your IP address, which is like your digital fingerprint, is hidden. This makes it nearly impossible for websites, advertisers, or even governments to track you. Tor stands for the Onion Router. The name comes from the way it works. Just like an onion has multiple layers, Tor routes your internet traffic through several layers of encryption. Imagine your internet connection going through layers like an onion. Each layer adds anonymity. As your data passes through each layer, it gets encrypted and re-encrypted, making it almost impossible to trace back to you. It makes it almost impossible to track you. This level of security is why Tor is popular among those who value their privacy. However, it's important to note that while Tor provides a high level of anonymity, it's not foolproof. But remember, almost impossible doesn't mean impossible. Using Tor is legal. In fact, many people use it for perfectly legitimate reasons. It's a tool that can be used for good or ill, depending on the user's intentions. Many use it for legitimate reasons. Journalists, activists. These individuals often operate in environments where freedom of speech is restricted, and they rely on Tor to communicate and share information without fear of retribution. People living under oppressive regimes. For them, Tor is a lifeline. It allows them to access uncensored information and connect with the outside world, all while keeping their identities safe. They need Tor for protection. Without it, they would be vulnerable to surveillance and persecution. But it's not just the good guys who use Tor, but criminals use it too. The same anonymity that protects activists and journalists can also shield those with malicious intent. The dark web is home to illegal marketplaces, where drugs, weapons, and stolen data are bought and sold. That's the dark side of Tor. It gives everyone anonymity, good and bad. This duality is what makes Tor both a powerful tool for freedom and a potential threat. It's a gateway to the dark side of the internet, where the line between right and wrong is often blurred. The dark web is infamous for its black markets. The most famous was Silk Road. It was like an online eBay for illegal goods, drugs, weapons, fake passports, you name it, they had it. Silk Road made headlines. It showed the world the dark side of the internet. It's where anonymity allows illegal activities to thrive. But remember, Silk Road was shut down. Its founder was caught. It proves that even on the dark web, you're not completely untraceable. But Silk Road was just the tip of the iceberg. Numerous other black markets exist. They constantly evolve. New ones pop up as old ones get shut down. It's a cat-and-mouse game between authorities and criminals. Section 5. Fact or fiction unveiling dark web myths. The dark web is shrouded in mystery. This breeds speculation, rumors, and myths. Some are true, some are exaggerated, and some are pure fiction. One persistent myth is that the dark web is full of hitmen for hire. While it's true you can find such sites, most are scams. They prey on people's fear and desperation. Remember, common sense applies everywhere, even on the dark web. Another myth is that everything on the dark web is illegal. This isn't entirely true. There are forums, chat rooms, even social media platforms. They might attract a certain type of user, but that doesn't make them illegal. It's like a digital speakeasy. Section 6. Dangers in the dark, navigating the risks. The dark web can be a dangerous place. It's like a dark alley in a bad part of town. You never know what you might encounter. You could stumble upon something disturbing, or become the target of a scam. One of the biggest risks is malware. Hackers lurk in the shadows. They spread viruses and steal your data. That's why it's crucial to have strong security software, and never download anything from an untrusted source. Another danger is law enforcement. Remember, they patrol the dark web too. They're looking for criminals. And if you're caught engaging in illegal activities, you will face the consequences. Section 7. The Allure of Anonymity. Why people venture into the dark web. So why do people risk it? Why visit such a dangerous place? The answer is simple: anonymity. For some, it's a haven, a place where they can be themselves without judgment. They can express their views freely, especially if those views are censored elsewhere. For others, it's about accessing information. The dark web can be a treasure trove of leaked documents, whistleblower reports, information that's hidden from the public eye. And then there are those seeking illicit thrills. The dark web offers a sense of danger, a forbidden fruit. It's a way to rebel against the system. But remember, every action has consequences. Section 8. The dark web, a necessary evil. The dark web is a double-edged sword. It can be used for good and bad. It's a tool, and like any tool, it depends on the user's intent. Some argue that the dark web is a necessary evil. It provides a platform for whistleblowers. It allows journalists to communicate safely. It gives a voice to the voiceless. But others argue that the risks outweigh the benefits. They point to the rampant criminal activity, the scams, the exploitation. They believe the dark web does more harm than good. Section 9. Conclusion. The dark web's enduring enigma. The dark web remains a mystery. It's a place of shadows and whispers, a digital underworld that both fascinates and frightens. It's a reminder that the internet is not always what it seems. While it might be tempting to explore its depths, remember the risks. The dark web is not a playground. It's a dangerous place where one wrong click can have serious consequences. So, the next time you're browsing the web, remember there's more than meets the eye. The dark web is out there, lurking beneath the surface, a constant reminder of the internet's dark side.